friends, it's Lael with Lael by Mail. In this video, we're going to take a look at one of my creative listing traveler's notebooks. This will go through the end of May through August. So let's go ahead and take a look. These are the lists that I do during my Saturday sessions here on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to learn more information about that, I've included a link to the in the description down below to my Saturday sessions. I've also included a link to a playlist that has previous flip throughs as well. So I'm starting out, this is what I do each month. This one is called About Last Month. And in this particular list, at the beginning of a new month, so I would have done this at the beginning of June, I go back and just take a quick look at the prior month. So for May, and I always have the same format, and I've been doing this, for over a year now. So I have the month, I have a run-on list of different things that just happened over the month, whether it's in my life, in my family's life, city, country, world, what have you. And I add a couple of alpha stickers in between just to kind of break up that journaling. Over on the right-hand side, I do 5 photos printed on a 4x6 photo. And then a little bit of decorating right here. I always use the Epson PictureMate PM400 printer. I just love the quality and I use it for so many different things, but that I have linked in the description of the video as well if you'd like more information on that printer. So always do that exact same format, and we will see that again later in my book. This one, this one is summer favorites. So just I've listed some of my favorite things about summer and the fun Sun-Kissed collection from Simple Stories. That is one of the 6x8 papers out of that 6x8 pad, which I just love it when they do that because it always has some of my favorite things. We're going to start seeing a mixture as we get going of 1-page lists and 2-page lists. This is another 2-page list. This one was what we're known for. And so some people that joined me this Saturday when we did this on June 21st, we were listing what our state is known for. So I am from the state of Utah, and just cut out a piece of pattern paper that looks like the state of Utah. Did a little stamping there. And then over here, just did another run-on list. Now, when I do run-on lists like this, and I'm not using letter stickers or alphabet stickers to break things up like I did there, I used a colored pencil to highlight some of those words. So just documenting what our state is known for. This one, things I love about going on vacation, right? Who doesn't love going on vacation? So another 2-page spread where I've just made little kind of boxes for different items on my list. As we continue, this list is childhood injuries. So I used a library pocket and then a library card to list some of my, this I did a little journaling on here, but then my tags here that are in that pocket list some of my childhood injuries. So that was kind of a fun way to do that. There's a bicycle here because one of my childhood injuries, the more memorable one, when I was driving my bike with no hands when I was very young and ran into a phone pole and knocked my 2 teeth out. So my front teeth. So that was quite memorable. Junk food. So now here we have single page lists. Some of my favorite junk foods. And again, that was in June. Just kind of a cute little run-on. In this case, I used one of the List It stamps that I have available on my website. I've also linked to the List It stamps. There are four different List It stamps. I've linked to those in the description down below. Always in the fridge. I thought this was kind of a fun one. Things that we always have in our fridge these days. This type of list is very much to me like a little time capsule, right? It is a snapshot of our lives right now. So if I had done this particular list maybe 20 years ago, it would have looked very different because our boys would have been very, very young then. So that's kind of a fun one to do every so often to see how your life change or your stage of life changes based on what is in your milk. What is in your milk? Oh my gosh, it's funny. I just read almond milk. So not what is in your milk, what is in your fridge. This list, what I love about our home. So just some different things that I love about our house and where we live. Here we go. Here is another About Last Month. So this one is About Last Month for the month of June. As you can see, same exact format that we saw for May. And if you looked at all of my prior About Last Month lists, you would see that they all look just like that. And what I love about doing that is it makes it really easy. I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. I've kept with that same format for over a year, and I will really in 2022, I will be ready to change it up, but that's made it super easy. All right, next up, some of my favorite memories from the 4th of July. I love to do this every so often where I have a full large photo on one of the pages in the spread. So this was our younger son back in 2005. He's so little, so cute. Anyhow, I had listed 4 different things in little boxes there. On this particular list, we talked about if you don't have holiday specific product, how you can look through your product that you do have and make it work. So I didn't have anything specific for the 4th of July, but I did have red and blue ink. I had some star stamps. I had star stickers, and then a little bit of star washi and a gold polka dot washi, and then even a washi that said July. So I made that very much look like 4th of July, even though I didn't have specific 4th of July products. Next up, some of my makeup essentials. So this is a little pocket that was pre-made, and I just made a list of some of my favorite makeup essentials these days. And again, that would be quite a bit different. That's another kind of time capsule list. This would be quite a bit different if I had made that same list maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or gosh, even high school, right? Would have been much shorter, I guarantee it back then. Favorite sounds, so some of my favorite sounds. This is another one of our clipboard lists where I've used one of the clipboard stamps. And in both cases, when we saw both of those lists, instead of stamping directly on the paper, I've stamped on pattern paper and then fussy cut the stamp. This one, favorite ice cream flavors, right? Who doesn't love ice cream? So I listed my favorite ice cream flavors there. And this, what your ice cream flavor says about you. That was just something that I found when I Googled, and downloaded that and printed it and went right next to my list. Next up, some of my favorite summer memories. So I had done this list last year, but when I did this list last year, it was my favorite memories as a child, my favorite summer memories. So this one, favorite summer memories as an adult. Again, pulled in a little bit of colored pencil to highlight each of those things on my list in order to help them stand out. And then just a little photo there of one of my favorite summer memories. Things my mom used to say, right? Clean up your room or else. Or if I have to stop this car, don't make me turn this car around, right? All of those kind of things. So that was kind of a fun one. Again, little blocks for different items in my list. And I used a colored pencil again, just to outline those blocks, just to kind of help them stand out a little bit. Honey-do list, right? So I had a list of things that I needed my husband to do around the house. And so I thought, well, why not make it a fun list, right? Why not decorate it and add all kinds of things? And that was his honey-do list. So it is also now memorialized, right? It's documented, and he actually did take a picture of that so he'd have his list to work with, right? A little bit more fun than just jotting things down. Next one up, favorite foods as a kid. And this one, again, I didn't really have any food product that I wanted to use or that I had to emphasize that list, but I used some products that looked a little bit more kind of juvenile, right, for a kid. So that worked really well for the theme. Moving on to some of my favorite Summer Olympics events. Summer Olympics just happened summer of 2021, and so I listed some of my favorite Summer Olympic events. Things I learned this week. This is one of my favorite to do, and this is one you could do a list like this every week, every month, every year. Just some things that, you learned. We're always learning, right? We should always continually be learning. So I listed some of the things I had learned in the week. Shows we've watched recently or binge watched on, just shows we binge watched, regardless of what network or what streaming service it was. And I thought it would be fun to do kind of a little rating. So the different star rating. There were some that I didn't love, like Man in the High Castle. It was okay. I only gave it 1 star, but like Schitt's Creek, of course, that one had 4 stars. So 2-page list. There's another one of the clipboard stamps, but in this case, it is just stamped on a piece of white cardstock, and then I fussy cut. About last month, July. So now we've seen this 3 times. In this particular case, again, same format, but I printed the photos as black and white. the reason I did that was because of that photo. That in July, we had gone to a Garth Brooks concert and he had on a bright red shirt. And the bright red shirt just didn't really go with the rest of my color scheme. So I decided to turn all of that to black and white, and that worked out for me. I don't do that very often, but every once in a while it requires it. Things I love about the lake. And I am an equal opportunity beach lover and lake lover. So this first list, things I love about the lake. I made a fun little photo strip there. That again is using the Epson PictureMate PM400, as is that one. This film strip I just made. I had printed on a 5x7 piece of photo paper. And in this case, I just cut off the other 2 rows that were there. So different things I love about the lake. And of course, then, like I said, equal opportunity, things I love about the beach. And this is another full page photo, obviously. That was that photo I took from a vacation that a tropical beach vacation that we did this summer. So love large photos like that. I don't do them very often in my traveler's notebooks when I'm listing, but that was a fun one to do. Favorite school memories. So this was right around the back to school time. Now, our boys are 21 and 24, so they no longer have the fun first day of school photos, but I thought it would be fun to document or list my favorite school memories. And of course, the first day of school photos, always one of my favorites. Here, I used the little mini clips from the Mini Clips and More List It stamp set. And then just listed over here, 2 photos. Oh my gosh, 2005, 2015. So kind of fun to see the difference there in their first day of school photos. This one, let's see. Oh, this is the list of things I thought I would never do. And at 50 plus, because I am 50 plus. So things I thought I would never do, 1 through 9, and added a couple photos here for some of those things, and then made my list there. Next up, then and now. So back then, and I did like a 5-year range. So then 2016, now 2021. So things about my life back then, and then things about my life now. So for example, back then we were a party of 4 for living at home. So our boys and my husband and I, and now 2021, we're empty nesters. So that was kind of a fun comparison list to do. And you could do that every year. You could do it every 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but I decided to do 5 years. And that wraps up my flip through. So that took me through to August 28th. As I mentioned, I have included links in the description down below. So you can see some of our past, actually all of the past Saturday List With Me live sessions, as well as a playlist for the other flip through videos that I've done so far for my listing Traveler's Notebook. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.